Здравствуйте, уважаемые зрители. До парка 6 флагов от Брайтон-Бич из Бруклина доехать можно за 1,5 часа. Парк из себя представляет парк аттракционов разнообразных, парк Сафари входит в состав и водный парк, аквапарк открытый. Билет покупается, я вычислил, что билеты лучше покупать через интернет, чем на месте. На месте выходит почему-то дороже. Ссылку на сайт я дам внизу под видео. Вот такие камеры хранения у них. Билет, насколько я помню, был около $40. И делится это все на две части. Отдельно надо покупать билеты в водный парк, в аквапарк, и отдельно билеты сафари и парк аттракционов. Я съездил несколько раз за несколько лет, в сафари и парк аттракционов. Сафари — это животные, в общем, все тут будет видно. И собирался сделать одно какое-то общее видео. У тех, кто занимается видео, всегда обычно в архиве где-то лежит много всего наснятого. И бывает, что руки не доходят. Сейчас я до этой папки добрался. И как оно было снято, так и будет. Поэтому видео будет несколько, потому что было несколько поездок. Первое видео сафари в грузовиках с гидом, остановка на острове, и потом ее продолжение. А после этого уже парк аттракционов. 6 флагов — это название американской корпорации развлечений. Она работает в Мексике, Канаде и Соединённых Штатах. Штаб-квартира у них в Техасе, 27 объектов недвижимости в Северной Америке у них находится. И они на 7-м месте в мире. В 2019 году у них было 32 миллиона посетителей. Название 6 флагов — это флаги 6 стран, которые управляли Техасом. Испания, Франция, Мексика, Республика Техас, Соединённые Штаты Америки и Конфедеративные Штаты Америки. Всего получается 6 государств, которые руководили этой землей. Итак, еще раз, билеты покупаются отдельно аквапарк и отдельно сафари вместе с парком аттракционов. В стоимость этих билетов входят в парки аттракционов большинство аттракционов, но некоторые надо доплачивать дополнительно. Покупать лучше через интернет. Ссылку на сайт корпорации я поставлю внизу на всякий случай. Таких видео, все видео были сняты до эпидемии. Несколько раз я туда ездил, и поэтому видео будет несколько. В принципе, одно и то же, но просто в разное время какие-то изменения есть. Это уже кому это интересно, можете посмотреть. А так, в принципе, будет понятно, что в следующих видео будет там парк аттракционов сафари, и сколько было поездок.
When we first came to America, there's over 100 million bison roaming around. They own this land. But
Спасибо за внимание.
the creation of the railroad, that population plummeted. They're actually on the endangered species list. Now, though, due to conservation efforts, the population is back up and they are off the list, which is amazing. You also might notice some of these birds walking around. They might look like baby ostriches to you. It's actually called rhea. Rheas are from South America. They're the largest bird in South America, but they are close relatives to the ostrich, both being rat-tites. Rat-tites meaning flightless birds. You can also tell the difference between a male and a female rhea. Males are the ones with black and feathers around their neck, while females are all grey. It is also the male rhea's job to incubate the eggs. Females lay about 20 eggs, then go peace and run. Male stuck. Often though, two males will come together and raise the nest together. Makes it a little bit easier on them. Oh, I didn't even see her there. That is a baby fallow deer. Yep, she was born, I believe, this week. Yeah, she's all tiny. Cute, adorable. And that's actually the first time I got to see her. She's normally hiding. She's probably like, where'd everyone go? Here's one last look at the Valeria. We are now approaching Africa. We do have a gate separating many of our sections. This is because some of the animals in some sections don't exactly get along with some of the animals in the other sections. So we'll separate them for their own safety. You gonna name him? What are you gonna name him? Ostrich? Ozzy! Oh, Ozzy, yeah! No, the ostrich is from Africa. Did I say Australia? Okay, good. Sometimes I mix up, just like Australia, Africa. Both begin with an A. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is an emu that is from Australia. You'll see them later on. The ostrich is way bigger. They actually go 6 feet high. They're the largest bird. And they're the fastest animal on 2 legs, running at 45 miles per hour. You know, both of these are male ostriches. The males are the ones with the black feathers, while females are brown. And unlike the both male and female ostrich will raise the eggs together, generally taking turns. Most often, the female guards the eggs during the day, while the male will take night shift. Right on this side, you will see our African elephants. We have a herd of all female African elephants. This is because male elephants like to go off by themselves, while females love to be in groups, kind of like people. Elephants, they also have this really long trunk of theirs. They don't use this trunk to eat, drink water, everything. Their trunks are so versatile, they can pick up things the size of a dime. Now, some of our elephants might look a little dirty to you. They love this look. Elephants will often pick up dirt and throw it onto themselves. Why in the world would an elephant ever want to do that? Do you guys have any ideas? No, well, one of the reasons actually protects them from getting sunburned and from bugs. It's like SPF over 9,000. And it's a nice trick. If you guys are ever outside on a hot summer's day, like today, and you forgot your sunblock, just rub mud all over yourself, your parents will love it. You might have also noticed some of our elephants have tusks. In Africa, both male and female elephants grow tusks, while in Asia, only the males have them. Our tusks are just really long teeth. They're made out of ivory. An elephant goes through 3 sets of teeth throughout their lifetime. You and me, we have our baby and adult teeth, while elephants also have their teenage teeth. Once an elephant has gone through all sets of teeth, it does make it harder for them to chew the hard grass. So if you go to a boggy area where it's making stuff softer, it makes it easier for them to eat. Another cool thing about elephants, a long time ago, elephants' tusks used to be huge. They would go so long. But as you can see, some of our elephants, the tusks are really short. How did that happen? Scientists started asking that. And then they realized, because of poachers. Poachers would hunt the elephants with the really long tusks. And over time, they started growing them that long. It just goes to show you how much we actually affect animals without even realizing it. On the other side, you will see some white rhinos. You might be saying to yourself, Grim, they are not white, they are gray. You are crazy. Well, you are right. But they're actually not named after the color, they're named after their mouth. In African, they're called wheat rhino. This means wide, flat mouth. We heard this, thought this like white name just stuck, it happens. Yeah, that guy that calls there rock? That's actually an Asian water buffalo. I thought it was a rock until I saw the tail moving. Asian water buffalo do love the water, but on cooler days, sometimes they'll stay outside, lay in their food, eat some grass. You might see the mom further up ahead in the water. Yes, there is a mother and daughter pair, Wanda and Princess Leia. Alright, come up on this side, you'll see Petrovich. Petrovich is our marabou stork. Marabou storks are carnivorous. That's why he has no feathers on his head. Makes it easy to clean up after a nice juicy meal. Hey there, handsome.
There he is.
Now his favorite meal is meatballs. His name is Petrovich, but his species is a marabou stork. You will see some zebras on this side. Now, contrary to popular belief, zebras are actually white with really dark brown stripes. It's easy to tell the younger zebras. As they get older, stripes do darken. And next to him is a sable antelope. Sable antelopes aren't generally shy, but most animals, if there's a predator around, they'll try to run away. Not him. If a lion is hunting him, he'll actually turn and face the lion, and he will win. There's Princess Leia. She's laying in the water. And here's another close look at our rhinos. A rhino's horn is actually made out of keratin. This is the same substance your fingernail and hair is made out of. That means if that horn gets damaged or breaks, it will regrow. This is a rare trait for most horned animals. Another cool thing is the reason why zebras have these stripes is actually to blend in with one another. A lion cannot tell where one zebra begins, other zebra ends, doesn't bother hunting them. We are now approaching the wild plains section. This is a lot more of a hoofstock, like the giraffe. I personally think this statue looks like a rock with a stick attached to it, but they tell me it's a giraffe, so it's a giraffe. Sure. In this section, we do have a lot of peacocks as well. Yep, peacocks are on the smaller side, so I still have trouble seeing them. So I'm gonna need your help. If you guys see a peacock, just point out, be like, there's a peacock! Let's make a competition. Whoever sees the most peacocks wins. And just so you guys know, I am very competitive. Sad thing is, I have not won yet. But today is a new day. A lot of ostriches in all our sections. The ostrich has the world's biggest bird's eye. It is 2 inches large and it's bigger than their brain. Bless their heart. Because the ostrich's eye is so big, they actually have to have 2 sets of eyelids to protect it. One goes up and down, the other one goes side to side. Now that silver animal right there, that is a bees or oryx. Bees or oryx are found in the desert, and they can actually raise their body temperature to 106 degrees to prevent them from sweating and losing water. Oh, peacock right by the fence. I got one! Yeah, behind the common eland. The common eland was really large animals. Yeah, there he is. Yes! First one. Yeah, that is a male peacock. The males are the ones with the bright blue feathers. Females are brown and called peahens. Oh yeah, those are 2 female common eland. These are actually all female common eland. There's only 1 male per herd of ladies. And you can see 2 baby common eland on the other side. Oh, second peacock by the trees. Ah! Oh, third peacock! Oh wait, you guys probably found the third one first. Man, I've never won. Seriously, I'm always facing you guys. I've never seen any of the peacocks. You guys are normally beating me. Oh, you see it? Okay, 1. 1 against 2. There's some more bees or oryxes. Oh, yep, you guys got 1. You see some? Oh, you guys got 1? Okay, you got 2? Oh, it's tied. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that male is displaying his feathers. He'll display them to try to attract females. But the problem is, we only have males in this section. Keep it going. She'll come around. Now, the white animals on that side are dom and gazelle. On the other side, you will see ellipses waterbuck. Ellipses waterbuck are named after a little circle on the derriere. In Greek, ellipse means circle. On this side, you actually will see a mom and baby giraffe. That is Josie. She was born last year. She's still a little bit young and small, so the mom doesn't want her to go out with the rest of the giraffes yet. She's still nervous. She's gonna be staying back there. She is really cute though. Now giraffes, they have these really long necks. Does anyone know why a giraffe has such a long neck? To eat plants? Yes, that is one of the reasons, do you? Yes, they also have really big hearts. Do you know how big it is? It's actually 2 feet. Another reason why giraffes have such a big neck is because of male giraffes. Males, when competing for females, they actually swing their necks back and forth to try to hit each other. The longer the neck is, the heavier swing they got, more chance they'll win. But over there you did see some eastern crown cranes. Eastern crown cranes are the national bird of Uganda. And we do have a zebra truck. Very rare animal, only found at Six Flags. There's actually another animal that can only be found at Six Flags. The Scimitar horned oryxes. Scimitar horned oryxes are very rare. They're actually extinct in the wild. You only find them in places like here and other conservation sites. This is why we're so lucky to have them. And so lucky that you got babies! Where are the babies? They're probably in the other bunch. Oh, yep, they're on that side, of course. Do you have a question? Yeah. Nine to 6 elephants pass away every day. I can believe it. We do need to start protecting the elephants. They are very important, but it is hard. Poachers. That's a cool back though. Now you can see more giraffes. Now that is a male giraffe. You can tell he's a male because you know how all giraffes have those 3 horns? Well, the center one is a calcium deposit, and male giraffes have a larger calcium deposit than all other female giraffes. I also know because he's the lightest giraffe. But we are now approaching Camp Aventura. This is our little pit stop. You guys will have the chance to get an off, check some cool things. We do have a giraffe feeding every hour in the half hour. We also have a zip line, really cool. Soaring eagle. This is actually where we keep a lot of the smaller animals. That way you can get up closer and see them. Like, you know, the eastern crown cranes, they're a little farther away, hard to see. But we have things like a giant anteater. Get up real close, see it. We have a couple birds and reptiles that our keepers will be walking around with. That way you can see them, maybe even touch them if you ask. We also have a baby llama named Lulu. She's all fuzzy. We have some other small animals like barn animals, like a pygmy goat, pot-bellied pigs, giant tortoises. We also have a restroom and some food in case you're hungry or need to go. Trust me, never go on the second half of the tour when you have to go to the bathroom. It's not a good day. And it gets better. Right over there, we have baby lion cubs. They're so cute, a must-see. You know, like baby Simba? They're about that size and just as playful. We actually have 3 of them. We have 2 males and one girl. They're adorable. If you do see them, you gotta tell me how cute they are. I haven't seen them in so long. Take plenty of pictures of them. Make me jealous. Oh, this is also where you pick up your Six Flags photos! They're right in that building over there. The ones that you took earlier. It's kind of nice because you get a family picture, and on the back of the photo, it actually gives you a key of all the animals that you saw today. So it gives you a picture and their name. Makes it easy for you to be able to identify them. Then you sound smart to your friends. Be like, I saw that animal, which is a scimitar horned oryx. But if you do get off, make sure you grab all your supplies because chances are you will not be seeing me again. I know. You guys will actually be getting onto a different truck. And just so you know, it is a one-way path. The exit's one way, and then the entrance is actually on the stone path past Soaring Eagle and the restrooms. And that'll take you up a zigzag ramp that'll take you right onto the next truck. Thank you guys once again. You guys were an amazing group. Did you guys have
The upload is automatic. You buy them
thumb is right on our back. Yep. Yeah. You have to do it right on her back where my thumb is, okay? Right up here.
Cold or warm? Cold.
She's a cold.
Не, ну холодный.
Cold-blooded animal.
Они холоднокровные. Ну, на всякий случай проверил. Я не пробовал холоднокровных раньше. О,
Ого, питон! Он глотает.
В любом магазине, в парке, несите карту. В любом магазине мне сказали. Если вы будете вряд ли, я вам возьму. Если вдруг потеряется, любой магазин, вы можете взять карту.
а в этом вот львята.
Antelope, right? Oh, look how cute
Look
that
at
is.
those birds.
Идем. Попугай разговаривает. Здравствуй, Мак. А ты помнишь, Юлик? Здравствуй, Мак.
Кстати, туалет.
Говори, здравствуй, Мак.
Oh, antelope, Daddy.
Макс. Да, да, скажи да. Да. Слышишь? А ты помнишь, Юлик?
Oh, tortoise. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, like huge, like they take up the whole sky. No, I wouldn't want to be standing underneath that.
Isn't that just so funny?
You're so crazy.
Этот был впервые. Были скелеты?
А что это?
Скажи мне, что?
А что это?
Давай, посмотри на бабу. Попугай. Это кости.
От кого?
Вот эти животных, которые здесь живут. Это дети сфотографировали. Встань вот здесь.
The next giraffe feed is 12:30.
What time?
12:30. We're just wrapping this one up.
40 минут. Не будешь здесь 40 минут стоять? Встань вот здесь за борочкой. Максим.
Yaptıydı masa.
Bir şey yaptın yine bilmiyorum.
Hadi targenin.
Turtles live in water. Tortoise.
Piggy! Piggy, piggy!
You don't want the soft toy, right? You don't know how
Bakra.
Yo, did you see those chickens? They're so fat.
That's just something weird.
Maybe it's just a different kind of chicken. It's just fat.
So the baby got right? Yeah. Right.
And one is donkey, I think.
Andre, he said it looks like you.
You always see your donkey, right?
Huh?
You always see your donkey.
Yeah. What? What happened?
Good chicken.
All right, Harris.
Next time, okay?
Next year, you get taller.
Next year.
How far is she?
Tem mais.
More fun animals. We're going to see some lions and tigers and bears. Alright. First up on the right-hand side is called the red and Koi cattle, also known as the Watusi cattle. This cattle has been domesticated by the Watusi tribe in thousands of years in Africa, and that's where they got their name from. Those horns are huge. They can measure 6 feet from tip to tip. The world record is over 42 inches in diameter. That is a huge, huge horns. All right, go down the hill. Yeah. All right. Better than King Khan, eh? Not quite. Not quite. All right, we're going to see. Earlier we saw in the safari, we saw animals that were extinct in the wild or endangered. We're going to see a lot more of those coming up. Once we get into our next section. Everybody see the lion cubs over there? They cute or what? I got to feed that the other day in the cage with the bottle. That was, someone took a picture of it. My wife was so jealous of that. It was a lot of fun. You guys picked a great day to come. Isn't it a beautiful day today? Oh, I forgot to say Happy Father's Day to those of you who have earned that title. I should have been doing that. I forgot about that. All right, we're heading into the Serengeti grasslands now. Now, first up, this animal here on your left-hand side, that's called the white-tailed gnu, also known as the black wildebeest. That animal was once extinct in the wild, and that is a conservation success story. They have been reintroduced to the wild. They're on their way back, so they're no longer endangered in the wild. Now, last year, we were driving through the safari, right on the side of the road. We watched as one of those was actually being born right there. Within about 5 or 10 minutes of being born, the mother had already coasted up and it was walking. An hour later, when we drove around, it was already running with the herd. That's how fast they have to be able to do it in the wild. Otherwise, they become lion killers. So that's all. Just amazing, I think, that they can walk that fast. All right, anybody know what a unicorn is? Well, we don't have any unicorns. But we have that white animal. See that white animal? It's called the addax. That's the animal responsible for the myth of the unicorn. It's called the addax. That black animal is a sable antelope, the black one down there. Now that's a sable antelope. We only have 2 of them here. They don't run in herds like most antelopes do. And if a lion were to attack him, he would not run away. He would face that lion, put his head down, and charge straight at that lion. Those ones could go right through the lion. So that's the sable antelope. The little brownish colored animals with the black necks, that's the black buck. This is a bachelor herd, the black buck antelope. That's a black buck running there. He's only brown now, but he's going to get darker as he gets older. This is a bachelor herd, so they actually belong in Asia. They're kind of kicked out of the herd. The males, that's how it happens in the wild. The females kick the males out of the herd. So they're over here by themselves because there's lots of room for them. But that's the black buck antelope. There's an ostrich over there sitting on a nest. She's sitting on quite a few eggs. And that's why we have to stay off of that road there because we want those eggs to hatch. Now there's quite a few. There's probably as many eggs underneath her as there are outside of her. For some reason she pushed some of the eggs out. I don't know if they're not viable or what, but you can see how big the eggs are by looking at that. One ostrich egg has the same volume as about a dozen chicken eggs in there. So, very tough shells. I could stand on those eggs and they wouldn't break. But that's a female ostrich sitting on her nest right there. These goat-looking animals, that's the udad. We saw those when we were first entering into the safari. That's the udad. Again, this is a bachelor. These are all male udads out here. For the same reason, they kind of got kicked out of the rest of the herd. And it's just the males out here. Well, we're going to see some lions now. The lions. Social cat. They live in a family group called a pride, and in that pride, every animal has its own job to do. Now the female, her job is pretty much, she does just about everything. She does all the hunting, she raises the kids, she does all the hunting, and she's only successful maybe 20% of the time, and when she makes a kill, she's not even allowed to eat. The male will eat first, he'll gorge himself, because they never know when the next meal is coming. He'll gorge himself and then go to sleep for about the next 20, 21 hours. So, now he does have an important job to do, though. His job is to protect the pride from any kind of danger, which could be a hyena or most likely another lion, which would attack. If he wants his women, they'll attack and they'll fight to the death. So it's his job to protect the pride. If the invading lion wins, he'll actually take over and actually kill the cubs of the other lion. Now we have a couple prides here. We have two prides. We can't mix them because the males will fight. There's more than one male over here, but they're related. That's why we permit them. The alpha lion, his name is King, and the other males in here are his sons. So that's why they're allowed. But in the wild, you would not see, if the lion that we saw over there, if we put him in here, the two alpha males would fight. So that's why they can't mix the prides. Now his roar is so loud it can be heard up to 5 miles away. In the morning before the park opens up, his roar can be heard for great distances, up to 5 miles away. That's the African lion. But Chico's taking us on into now to Black Bear Ridge. We're going to see the American black bear now. Now this bear is native to the United States. It's found in 49 of our 50 states, plus Canada and Mexico. They're all found here in New Jersey. As a matter of fact, there was a little story in the paper about a week ago. There was one in, I don't know if you know where Lakewood is, but it's not very far from here. There was a black bear on Lakewood. Now these bears are kind of docile. They're free roaming in here. They're free roaming. They're docile. If you were out in the woods and there was a black bear in the woods, you wouldn't even know it because they would just avoid humans. We had a couple cubs born last year. The first den is over here on the right. Looks like the baby's sleeping, but there is a cub here about a year old. Looks like he's sleeping over with his mother. They're kept in this separate area here until he gets bigger. But he's still nursing. He's a little over a year old. He's still nursing. Maybe the other one. Maybe the other one will come out. I see the mother sitting on top over there. We have two bears that were born last year. Now these bears are excellent climbers. Oh, there's a cub over there. He's getting pretty big. He's a little over a year. That's the mother on top, sleeping up top. But that's about a year old, that cub. And again, he's still nursing, so he's over here for his own good, his own safety, till he gets a little bigger. Now these bears, now if you look on the fence, see that brown bear over there? That's not a brown bear, that's a black bear. They come in different colors. The most common color is the black color, but they do come in different colors. So that's a brown-black bear there. They come in brown, black, blonde, and a deep black that looks almost blue. So that's our brown-black bear. Her name is Cinnamon. Now if you look at this pond, it might look like dirty water, but it's not. That's a plant called duckweed on the top. That's one of their favorite foods. They love to eat that duckweed. They're omnivores. They'll eat plants, they'll eat meat, they'll eat insects, pretty much anything they come across. But one of their favorite foods is that duckweed on the top over there. Alright, over here on this side, we're going to see some Chilean pink flamingos here as we go through to our next section. Now these pink flamingos from Chile, they're not pink when they're born, they're a white color. They get that coloration from the food they eat. In the wild it's a type of shrimp, but here they're fed a food with the vitamin A. The black and white bird there is called the sacred ibis, was considered sacred by the ancient Egyptians. They found the remains of those buried in with the pharaohs in the tomb. So that's the sacred ibis. And the Chilean pink flamingo. That's the greater kudu. You can't see them very well, they're out in the woods. But that's the second largest animal. They look almost exactly like those eland that we saw earlier. That's the greater kudu. Alright, Chico's going to take us on into Terra Ursus. Now we're going to see some brown bear. Now these brown bears are related to the grizzly bear, much larger than the black bear. The black bear, a good average to use for a fully-grown black bear, a good average to use would be maybe 300 pounds. They do get bigger, they do come smaller, but a good average would be 300 pounds. These guys, 300 to 1,000 pounds. Related to the grizzly bear, these ones can be dangerous. They're not as docile. The black bear are pretty docile. That's why we can drive through there without anything. These guys can be dangerous. So they're kept on the side. You'll see some wires that keeps them away from us. That's for our protection. Now this Now these are born normally twins, so we have this first set of twins that were born last year. These cubs, I guess they're a little too far to see. Maybe the second set will be out. But they were born about the same time as those black that we just saw. Oh yeah, we'll see the cubs on this, on the right side, you'll see the two brothers over here. They were born the same time as those black that were last year, but you'll see how much larger they are. Now these wires, they keep the bear away from us. Now, unlike the black bear, even as adults, they're excellent tree climbers. Once they get to be adults, they pretty much can't climb trees anymore. But they can as cubs, and that's one way a mother will protect her cubs. She'll chase them up a tree and stand at the bottom to protect them from any kind of danger. These are the two cubs. These are two brothers here. They're digging around, it looks like. But these are two brothers. They were born also a year ago. See how much larger they are than that's the mother over here. They actually got too big. The mother was in with them, but they got actually too big, and they were too much for her. They had to take her out for her own safety. They were playing too rough with her. Now this is the bear the teddy bear was modeled after. So if you had a teddy bear, and look at the face of this, that's where the teddy bear came after. And that's one of our presidents, Theodore Roosevelt, was an avid hunter, and on one of his trips he refused to shoot a bear cub that was tied to a tree. And that story made the papers, and some toy store owner from New York City started making stuffed replicas of the bear. They called it Teddy's Bear, and that worked into the teddy bear. That's what I came from. They love the water. They like to swim. They have a hot tub over here for them. If they sometimes looks like somebody's lounging in the hot tub now. On the real hot days, there'll be plenty of them over there in that one. Now you can see on both sides of the vehicle, they can move from side to side. There's a tunnel. They just can't come in the road. There's one hanging out in the hot tub there. He's comfortable, it looks like. I guess he's enjoying his Father's Day, right? They can go from side to side, so if they wanted to go swimming over there, they could just go through the tunnel. We're about to pass over the tunnel right now. Now the two final bears, I don't know where they're at and can take care of themselves. They'll go out with the rest of the bears, but they said probably by the end of this year they would be able to. But that's Spot and Scarlet, two special. It means they raise their young in pouches. Now the grayer ones are the females, and the males are the redder colored ones. They raise their young in pouch. When they're born, they're underdeveloped. They're only that big, the size of a lima bean when they're born. And they'll get into their mother's pouch, and she'll seal them inside. That's where they'll spend the next 6 months or so while they continue to develop. And then they're going to be in and out of the pouch while they continue to develop. If you watch them when they walk, they can't walk like we do. They cannot move their legs independently. They have to move them together. So that's why they hop, because they have to. They have to hop. When they're walking, they'll go slower, but again, their hind legs are just moving simultaneously. Very good hoppers though, very powerful rear legs. They can jump about 10 feet high or 20 feet forward. Now these are the emus here. These emus here are large birds. They're about the same size as the rhea, a little bit bigger though. Now, if you see one of them walk, if you ever saw the movie Jurassic Park, this is what the makers of that movie used to model the Velociraptor after in that movie. So if you see the way they move their head and legs when they walk, that's it. Might look familiar, and that's why. There's some more of the kangaroo laying around over here. I haven't seen any in the pouch lately. Once they get too big for the pouch, she won't let them in anymore, and they'll just stick their heads in there and nurse a little bit. Pretty soon she'll seal them out altogether. So I haven't seen any in the pouch recently. But I have seen some pouches that were moving around, so there's definitely something inside them. So maybe she just hasn't opened it up yet. But let's bring us into Tigris asiana, and here we're going to see some tigers and animals native to Asia in here. on the right-hand side, that's a tiger. That's Anastasia. Now Anastasia, she's a retired showgirl. Now she looks kind of old and frail because she is kind of old and frail. She's very old as tigers go. Tigers in the wild might live 13, 14, 15 years. Anastasia's into her 20s, so she's very old as tigers go. And she's over here by herself. The tigers prefer to be by themselves, and that's a black swan. Those are the nilgai. That's the largest Asian antelope. If you look at them, it looks like they're wearing gym socks. That's their distinguishing characteristic, that white line around their ankles there. So that's the nilgai. Now, we're going to see some more Bengal tigers. Bengal tigers can come in 4 different color variations. You have the white Bengals like Anastasia. They can come into a butterscotch tabby coloration, an orange and black, or pure white, which is the rarest of all. We don't have the pure white, but we do have the others. And before the butterscotch ones, well, King Dakar and Rain. We have 2 King Dakars here at Six Flags. We have King Dakar the tiger and King Dakar the rod. I don't know which one came first. I keep hearing different stories, but way over there. We'll see them as we go around. They're further away. We'll see them a little closer. So over here on the left is some Siberian tigers. Where is he at? Oh, he's sleeping. Tigers are, they're what they call crepuscular. Normally during the day they sleep. They're more active in the dusk and dawn hours when the light is very dim. That's when they do their hunting in the wild. So we have Noah over there asleep. You can't see him very good. That's Noah sleeping over there. The Siberians are the largest of all tigers. Get to be a lot larger than the Bengals. There's some more Siberians over here sleeping. You can see them a little better. Now they got Noah. He's a male. They got Noah hoping to breed him with some of the females, but they put him in before he was ready, and the girls beat him up, and now he's afraid of girls. So hopefully he'll get over that when he gets a little bigger. But there's Siberians over here. That's King Dakar right there. Remember, that's a beautiful butterscotch tabby tiger. But that's the famous King Dakar. Now there was a tradition here at the park. If you see King Dakar, that means you have to ride King Dakar. So, I don't know, is the ride open today? You might they're probably still working on it. They're behind schedule getting that other ride going. Way behind schedule. It was supposed to open Memorial Day weekend, but we had a bad winter. They were way behind schedule. So I guess it's not running today. There's some llamas. There's some more llamas and the black buck. This is the mixed herd of black buck. The ones we saw out there before were all males. These are males and females here. The males that haven't been kicked out of the herd yet. That's the black buck. Alright, Chica's going to take us on out of the safari now. Did you like the animals? You like it? Anybody here from the area go through the safari before when you drove your own car through and you able to do that? Did you like it? I like it, especially on a beautiful day like this. I like it. Hey, Claire, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. She said, happy Father's Day. Well, this is a lot of fun. Now the baboons, if you've been through, you're probably wondering where the baboons. They're still here on the park, and they're supposed to be a part of this ride. They were supposed to open with the new ride. They were never part of the ride, but they're way behind with that also. Because if you remember how they used to climb around everything, you couldn't have them swinging from the truck, though. They could hurt somebody. So they said they have it figured out, and they're going to be a part of this ride before the end of the season this year. So I'm waiting to see that. I can't wait to see what they came up with. It's a lot of fun going through here. I go through about 7 or 8 times a day. And every time you go through, you see different things. So come back again and go on it again. Well, let this be your last time. This is a lot of fun. Well, looks like there's a little backup getting us into the station. There's a couple trucks, so we'll be sitting in the woods for a while, but we're in the shade here. Is everybody here season pass holders, or does anybody travel long distance to come here? No? Huh?